In this video tutorial, I am going to discuss about introduction of amino acids. Now, amino acids are one of the important compound in the living organism including humans. So, what are the amino acids? As its name suggests, it is amino group and acid group. So, if we try to draw a structure of amino acid, there is one central carbon to which one amino group is attached. So, that is NH2 group. One acid group is attached, that is COOH group, and remaining position on the carbons are occupied by third position by the hydrogen and fourth position by the side chain R group. So, this makes a structure of amino acid. So, if we want to define amino acids, so amino acids are the group of organic compound, they are group of organic compounds having two functional group. One is the amino group and other is the carboxyl group. So, this makes up a definition of amino acids. Now, if we examine the structure of amino acid, then we find that this COOH group, it is attached with this carbon is the alpha carbon. Now, with this alpha carbon, COOH group and NH2 group both are attached with this alpha carbon. So, we call this amino acid as a alpha amino acid. The second important thing is that with this carbon, four different groups are attached. See, this carboxyl group, amino group, hydrogen and this R group. If this condition, if R group is not hydrogen, not ammonia, not amino and not carboxyl group, then we can say that this carbon is attached with four different groups, right? So, when any carbon it is attached with four different group, we call such carbon as a asymmetric carbon. We can also call it as a chiral center. And earlier in the chemistry of carbohydrate, we had seen that whenever there is asymmetric carbon or chiral center, there occurs two important properties. One is the stereoisomerism, and second is the optical activity. Now, what is stereoisomerism? So, stereoisomerism means two mirror images are possible. So, one is the D form, other one is the L isoform can occur. So, for example, if we take a alanine, then alanine can occur in the two form, one is the D-alanine and other is the L-alanine. Okay. Will there be any stereoisomerism for the glycine? No. Why? Because in the glycine, this R group is the H. So, in the glycine, there are no any asymmetric carbon. Why? Because only three different groups are attached, not the four different groups. So, for the glycine, there are no any D or L form. So, glycine is the exception. Other than all the amino acids, other than glycine, all the amino acids shows a stereoisomerism, that is the D form and L form appears. And second property, that is because of this asymmetric carbon or chiral center, is the optical activity. I had explained you about the optical activity in the chemistry of carbohydrate. So, I am not repeating it over here. Simply, what is the optical activity? Optical activity is that when plane polarized light passes through the solution, it changes its angle, that is known as the optical activity, and this optical activity is due to presence of asymmetric carbon, right? So, these two important properties occur. Now, the question arises that in the biological system, especially in the human, which form of amino acids are present? So, in human, it is a L form of amino acids occur. So, in the biological system including human, we call it as a L-alpha amino acids. This is the most prominent form which is found in the living organisms. It is rarely D form of amino acid, it is rarely seen, okay, and especially in the bacterial cell wall. So, whenever simply amino acid is written, we consider it as a L-alpha amino acid, and whenever we want to specify D amino acids, we have to specifically write this D, okay. So, remember, for the biological organism, for the biological system, L-alpha amino acid is the most prominent form. Now, Second question arises that how many different types of amino acids are found in the nature. So it is seen that approximately 300 different amino acids are there in the nature. Out of these 300 different amino acids, there are only 20 amino acids are there, which occur in the structure of proteins, which occurs repeatedly, okay, repeatedly in the structure of proteins. It can be any organism, but we will find only this 20 amino acids which are repeated in the structure of proteins. Why it is so? So these 20 amino acids which occur repeatedly in the structure of protein, they are known as standard amino acids. Now what is the reason behind this, that out of this so many choices only 20 amino acids occur in the structure of protein? The reason is that from the mRNA, from the message on the mRNA, proteins are getting synthesized, and these proteins are the chain of amino acids which are bound with each other by this peptide bond, right, peptide bond. So it's simply a polymer of amino acid which is held together by the covalent peptide bond. So on the mRNA there are codon, there are 3 consecutive nucleotides which specify codon, and this codon specify amino acid. So there are total 64 different codons are there, and out of this 64, if we deduct 3 stop codons which do not code for any amino acid, we are still left with the 61 codon. But in the codon, there are multiple codons are there which can code for single amino acid. There are more than one codon which can code for only a single amino acid. For example, sometimes there are 3 or 4 different codons are there which code for only one amino acid. So because of this redundancy, only 20 amino acid can occur in the structure of protein. Of course, there are certain modified form of amino acids also occur in the protein, but they are not inserted during this translation process, but they are modified later on by the post translational modification. Okay, so this was all about the introduction of amino acid. In the next video, we will discuss about the structure and structural classification of the amino acid. If you have any query or confusion, please write it down in the comment section below. Thank you.